Hey guys, I wanted to take a minute and give everybody an opportunity to check out this really cool offer that the Huawei App Gallery is offering to new users and users of Last Shelter. So this, as you can see, is in Italian, but I have gone ahead and translated it for you so you can see what the steps are and how we're going to go ahead and get these cool offers that Huawei is offering to all users and new users of Last Shelter Survival. If you're familiar with how to use the Amazon App Store, this is a pretty similar thing to that. You have the ability to download applications from this store. And because you're doing that, you also are able to earn some points and also some really cool discounts that come along with it. The way that you do this with this particular one, you download the Huawei App Gallery directly from Huawei through their website, which there's a link here that I'll show you, and I'll post it down in the bottom as well. But I will go ahead and jump right into this walkthrough because it is pretty straightforward and it's really cool, especially with the cumulative purchase event that's going on right now through the weekend. So your first step is that you're going to download the Huawei App Gallery from consumer.huawei.com. You'll see it's located at this Google Drive link right here. And don't worry, I will put that link down here at the bottom so you don't even have to go to Huawei if you don't want to. You can just get it straight from this link. So after you download the APK from Huawei, you will be able to install it on your phone. Depending on what security you have, you may have to allow Drive to install applications on your phone. I did. And there's also another setting you may have to change that makes it so you can install apps that are not from the App Store. So you go through the steps of getting it set up here, install it on the phone, and it'll require that you also install Huawei Mobile Service, which is the second step on that list that we saw just a minute ago. So we'll go through the settings on that and get it going. And then when it's all set up, it'll have us set up an ID, which is the third step. And a key part of this is that you choose one of the three countries that are listed, which were Greece, Italy, and the Netherlands. I went ahead and selected Italy for no specific reason, but any one of those three will work. You create your ID with your information, you put your email in, and then once we go from there, it'll have you verify a couple of different ways. So after you go through the verification steps with your phone number and with your email, click the verified thing there, it'll reset, and then it'll get you into the Huawei App Gallery. Assuming you've already gone through the steps of uninstalling the game, you can just search here for Last Shelter. It'll bring it up, and you have the ability from this menu here to download and install it. I hadn't downloaded it, I hadn't uninstalled it, so I'm going to go through the steps on here as well to show you how to do that the most safely. So if you don't know what to do, this is the best way you can do it without losing your account. Before you go ahead and uninstall the game, you want to go ahead and make sure that your account is bound through IM30 or Facebook, because you're going to need to be able to sign in one of those two ways into the Huawei version of the game. So check here to make sure that it is bound. Mine is bound through IM30, so it's no big deal. The email is listed there. So I went ahead and uninstalled the game. So after it was uninstalled, I was able to go back in and then install the Huawei version of it. One thing it pointed out to me, though, is that because I had the Arm Supply subscription, it was still active. So if you have that, remember it. You'll still have to pay for it if you don't cancel it. But when I got done looking through all that stuff, got the game installed, and so then it brought it up, and I had to go through the intro all over again. So instead of showing you all of that, I've just showed you you can basically click the screen over and over and over again until you get to the part where you install that power plant, and you can go back in and you can add your account. As I said before, I use IM30 binding, so I clicked there and added my account again. That way, there I am installed on the game from the Huawei version of the game. So something to check out, in the Huawei store, other apps, including the Last Shelter app, they all have different things that you may be able to do. For example, I could download here, or I could access a code that I then used in-game to get a €10 pack just for free, just for having set it up through the Huawei store. And that's by taking the code that it has and dropping it there in the activation code box. I'm not sure that code right there will work for everybody. I think that you have to do it yourself. But go ahead and try if you'd like to. And check it out. It gives me this Welcome to the Wastelands system message. Gives me a couple of free super recruitment tickets. But then the other offer is this 50% reimburso de la shelter. Sorry for Italian speakers how I just ruined that. But that was the same message that I showed you guys at the very beginning. And that's what it said. 50% refund on the first purchase and 20% from there on out. Remember that this takes place from the 19th to the 25th of March for this special deal for those in Italy, the Netherlands, and Greece, or anybody who set up their Huawei account to say that that's where they're located. Now, making the assumption that you did all of this stuff correctly, if you guys go in and try to make a purchase of a pack at any point after doing all of these steps, you're going to get this message the first time you do it, right? Takes a second to load, I guess. So it's right here. It tells you about the App Store and the way that it works, making purchases in the Huawei App Gallery, and you select your payment type. But if you notice there, it says 50% cash back in Huawei points. Anything that you purchase on there, you'll get 50% back in Huawei points, which are 1-to-1. Went ahead and make a purchase there. To do that, get the money back. Oh, check it out. Reward, 55 Huawei points. After that, I wanted to go ahead and try to see if those points were available for me to use, just to test to make sure that it would work, and I could tell you honestly that it did work. So there it is, 77 points available that I can use to make purchases in-game, and hypothetically I could use them on other apps as well. But if you're going to be spending during the cumulative purchase event, it's a good way to save yourself a little bit of money and still get the same purchases that you were planning on making. So check it out, download the Huawei App Gallery, and start saving right away. As always, thanks very much for watching my video, guys. If you could, please like and subscribe. It helps me keep making the videos for you. And if you have any questions, please comment below or send me an email directly, and I'd be happy to help.